The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
This time on Nude Clan, all the things you're definitely not going to do with Nintendo's new console.
Shall we play a game?
Player to another.
Welcome to another episode of Nude Clan.
Woo!
I am your host, Caleb.
I'm your other host, Joe.
And this is Cameron.
And I'm your special guest host, Jacob Ray.
And Kaleb Craig is not here today, and because of that, we won't be reviewing Silent Hill, because he decided that he's going to bow to the porcelain god instead of his physical god, myself.
So Caleb has stomach flu this week.
Yeah.
I had stomach flu a few days ago.
Yeah. And I'm over here eating an entire jar of pickles in one sitting.
It's funny to watch because he reaches his hand in and he grabs the pickle, but because he has the pickle in his hand, it's hard for him to pull his hand out. So
strangely phallic.
It's a real funny thing to watch.
I'm just using those little baby pickles to get ready for Caleb's tiny cock. I'm ready, needless to say.
No preparation required.
I thought when my stomach flu was starting, I thought I had eaten too many pickles, which is bizarre because this morning you were eating a shitload of pickles.
Yeah.
But I was like, don't do that, because a few days ago I ate too many pickles, got the stomach flu. And let me tell you, you don't want relish coming out of your rear end. It is something fierce.
It's just not something that you relish now you think back on it.
Oh! Yeah.
Some kind of monster.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
So have fun eating that entire jar of pickles and then regretting it.
You know, I had that, and then I washed down with 2 energy drinks and a bag of pork rinds. So.
Oh, man.
That's the perfect storm for your stomach, really. Like,
All
if you want
all
your
you're
stomach
missing-
to just have the best...
Super acid.
All you're missing is just like a tablespoon of like cayenne pepper. Then you'd be really good to go.
Yeah, and then I just, like, all the weight I've gained getting off the Atkins would just instantly just flame out. It wouldn't even take form, either. It would
Fire
just
in the hole.
disintegrate before it reached the water. Just-
The actual hissing noise as it hits.
Just
So,
steams.
yeah, we don't really have a subject for this episode, except we got some questions, I think, or game suggestions to go through, and got to talk about the new Nintendo system, and
And we can just go with theories on that, like what we think.
some Battlefield stuff as well. I think.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Cameron and I picked up Battlefield 1, so we can discuss that a bit.
But before we do that, what has everybody been playing? Jake, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a little bit of Resident Evil Code Veronica.
What is that?
It is a offshoot that was supposed to be Resident Evil 3. But
Really?
Is it
Yes.
better than Resident Evil 3?
It has been better than Resident Evil 3 so
Okay,
far.
that's good.
I haven't
'cause-
played Nemesis in quite a long time, but it's a lot better so far.
Does it play like
It's
one of the
traditional-
original Resident Evils?
Yes.
Oh,
Tank
okay.
controls?
Tank controls.
Jesus. Okay.
Yes.
It's a PS2 game, man. What the fuck?
It's a Dreamcast game.
Okay, look. You can't just
Yes,
bring up a not real system after I bring up the ultimate system.
It was ported to the PS2.
All right,
But
all right.
regardless, yeah, it shows its date and how old it is and why they needed to reinvigorate it for Resident Evil 4.
Weren't they making Resident Evil 4 and then that turned into another game?
Yes.
Devil May Cry, right?
Yes, it did.
So they often make sequels to Resident Evils and then decide it's not a real sequel to Resident Evil.
And yeah. Final Fantasy does that sometimes. But then sometimes they come out with ones that they do decide are Final Fantasy, and it's total bullshit. So
Yeah.
we had to suffer the opposite as well. I guess Resi 4 would be that way too.
Yeah.
It's not really Resident Evil.
No.
It's awesome.
Yes.
One of the best games ever. But
All time.
Still bizarre.
And,
I've only played Resident Evil. I think it's 1. The thing I remember is you're playing the dude with the blonde hair that comes down to about here. And you're walking down. Okay, so I played Resident Evil 2. So yeah, Leon. So I was walking down the hallway and remember the arms coming out of the boarded up windows.
Oh yeah, that scared the shit out of you? Because that scared the shit out of me.
I was a young kid then, so yeah, I was
like
scary.
18, and I was like, man, this game's not scary at all. I've walked through that hall like 20 times, and all of a sudden, there's loud ass noise.
That's all I remember in the mutant
prepared.
dogs. I remember the mutant dogs from that game too. That's
Go
about it.
right through the windows.
Yeah. All right. What else, Jake?
A little bit of Darksiders.
Oh, are you going to try to platinum that?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
what your plan?
Yeah.
is?
Darksiders comes up a lot on this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I never
It-
played
it
a
doesn't
single
deserve
moment
it.
of it.
None of us have beaten it, so I don't know why. Caleb might have, actually.
I've seen him playing it.
It's like maybe one of the 3 games he's beaten in his life.
yeah,
Darksiders.
it's all right. He's a
We
lot
know
more
he's
polished.
beating more than that. He
Yeah.
is King Hog.
True.
He's probably beating games right now as he's throwing up in the toilet. he'd and then he'd just get another trophy, and then he's beating the game.
He was messaging on PS Messenger while throwing up in the toilet
Yeah.
just a couple minutes ago. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Was he
He's-
also saying, was he commenting on his throwing up? Is that how you know that?
Yeah, he's
Jake?
got pics. Send pics or it didn't happen, Craig.
I still have to say, like a month or so ago, my sickness just tops all of that. The
Yeah.
one where it was coming out of both ends at the same time.
Yeah, we
Oh
can't
my
compete.
gosh.
You just turn inside out and yeah.
That was a fun thing to do in the morning.
Oh, boy.
What about you, Joe? What have you been playing?
We're going in opposite order? What the fuck is this?
Well, that's
Counterclockwise.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Fine, Cameron.
Isn't
you can go.
it Caleb that has an issue with clockwise,
No, it's me.
counterclockwise? Oh, you
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't care.
I can't. We gotta. You
No,
gotta
I
Stick
know
with the direction.
someone who doesn't
Oh,
know
no,
what
it's
it is.
Craig, yeah.
It's Craig who doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, there was one time where he's like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, "Dude."
Fucking
No.
look at a clock.
Yeah.
Which way is the second ticking?
He's like, "Dude, it doesn't tick. It just every minute the number changes a
I tell you, I
little."
had a cousin who is fucking like 18 and he couldn't read a fucking clock.
Yeah,
I
you
remember
did.
hearing about
Oh
this.
my god.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I've seen
Dumb
people that way
piece
too.
Of shit.
I'll ask them like, "What time is it?" And they're like,
Do you have?
I
a
don't know.
It's on the
phone? Like,
6th.
You should be able to see the clock.
"Yeah."
I just can't from my position.
Yeah, I'm like, "Can you also not chew gum and walk at the same time?" Like, is this?
I just never had to learn it in this day and age. It's just
Yeah.
too sheltered of a life.
That's weird. Like,
Yeah,
there's still
it is
clocks
really
everywhere,
super
like
weird.
in school and shit. Like,
Yeah.
how do you not know? What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
It's just the thinking is too much for them. And then throw
It's
up a
not even
24-hour
thinking.
clock.
It's like a memorization thing. Like
They still have to process.
you can just kind of look at it and
Yeah.
know what time it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's
one
ridiculous.
extra step, I guess.
Whatever.
All right. So this week I've played 2 games. Actually, the game I've been playing, Neverwinter, they sent out this update that basically crashed the game.
Oh
So
wow!
I had to delete it, and then it took forever to reinstall the game. So I've only played a little bit of that. And then yesterday I purchased Battlefield 1. As I was trying to play Neverwinter while downloading at the same time, it said 12 hours to download if I did that. So I closed Neverwinter, and then it went down to 3 hours to download.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So I did that, went and took a nap, and then got up, and my goal was to fucking beat all of the missions on the campaign mode before today, so I could say I fucking beat a game. I didn't.
Oh,
I got into the chapter 5, and it was like 1 something in the morning. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm just aimlessly walking in circles.
Well, you're further than me. I'm thinking of trying to platinum it, so I'm like going back and playing it on hard.
Yeah, so far it's a fun enough game that I may want to platinum it. It's a very unique kind of campaign style, but we'll talk about that later, I'm pretty sure.
It's pretty. There's a lot of shit.
yeah. We got 3 out of 4 of the hosts here.
I was thinking
I think
Binge
it's the
playing.
group game.
I was thinking,
Yeah.
that this
Yeah.
would be the group game, and then if Joe needs assistance in purchasing it, then I wouldn't mind.
I'm still applying for jobs right now. Got another interview Monday.
All right. Well, Cameron, you can buy it for him. I'm fine with that.
I meant we could all pitch in.
Oh, is that what you were saying?
A little bit to help the Joe here, and then maybe some listeners if they want to donate to Joe's fund.
I don't know if that's fair because I could have purchased it yesterday, but I gave more money to my short film. That's what I did.
That's a good goal to give money towards. So
Thank you.
Yeah, but I mean, you do
Appreciate
pick. You did make that choice. So
I did.
Here we are. All right, so I also have played Battlefield 1. I picked it up on opening night, the early night too. I got the pre-enlisters.
he spent $80 to have a couple of extra days of gameplay.
And I only
before
really
it came
used
out.
one day of it.
And then I thought about that. I'm like, that's kind of dumb. A couple of days for nothing really more.
Also
than
get
played
extra
early. Yeah,
maps
you
and
get
shit.
extra. Okay, maps maybe, but like, oh, I get to dress up my character this way. So just get to play dress up. That's what I get to do with $80.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm also way better now, so take that. I had 2 days
Probably.
2 days to grind out my classes and get.
Yeah, so you have that in. So when I do finally jump into the multiplayer, you have that over me. But at least I didn't spend $80 for
True, yeah.
for a skin.
Yeah. So the night that we downloaded it, I got home at like 5:00, and my game was downloaded. It took me like an hour and a half the night before, and you can preload everything but the last percentage of it, and then like when it releases, it like you basically unlock the game. So I did that, and I was waiting, and I'm sitting there on PlayStation Chat with Craig, and I was talking to him. I was like, "All right, have you got your game downloaded, right? We're gonna play this at 1 a.m." And he's like, "No, let me check." So he goes into his game, and he tells me it's going to take 21 hours to download it. And he's like, "Oh, I should be ready by 1." I'm like, "Caleb, it's 5:00 right now. Like, do you realize?"
He doesn't know. He does not just. He just doesn't know.
Yeah,
math.
yeah. And
He
he's
can't
like,
do anything.
"Well, it'll speed up when I'm not on PlayStation Chat." And I'm like, "Do you honestly think that PlayStation Chat is taking like 80% of your fucking bandwidth? Because if it is, we're not playing this at 1 a.m. It's not going to happen." He's like, "No, I think it will. I think it will." So then I'm like, "All right, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to sleep for like 4 hours, and then I'm going to wake up. I'm going to call
So
you."
did you previously get the day off of work the next day?
Yeah, I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
just for this game.
Yeah, to play the shit out
That
of
was
it.
more hardcore than me. I didn't take a day off.
Oh, I didn't sleep really either. So I slept for like 3 hours. I woke up at 12:50 in the morning, called Caleb, and I was like, "How far is the download?" And he told me it had 22 hours now because it like turned off.
Dude.
And I'm like, "All right, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to drive down to Payson. I'm going to pick you up. We're going to come here.
Fucking drive.
I'm going to plug
You gotta
your...
fucking drive down and pick his ass up because you know he's not going to fucking drive himself.
I know. That's
God.
exactly why I did it. And I brought him over here.
Oh,
I started...
I'm gonna keep a pin in that. We're gonna talk about something in a bit.
I started... So I brought him here. We plugged his PlayStation in. We downloaded the game. I was playing the campaign. I did like most of the Chapter 1 missions. I think I got like one more.
Just the mud and blood stuff?
Yeah. And then we finally got his downloaded, and we played multiplayer until like 5:00 the next evening. So it was crazy.
Yeah, it was funny because they were on like 8:00 in the morning the next day, and I knew they were up at 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't drop him off till like 5 p.m. The next day, and I only took like 2 breaks.
You know what you should have done? You should have brought him here and then said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to drive you back home. Got to find it your own way."
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, so I
I'm
mean,
not
there
gonna
was,
drive to Payson and back.
Yeah, there was
That's
an
what you
epic
should have said.
an epic communication fail and an epic math fail, and it was kind of annoying because at first he didn't even want to do it, but then I figured that it was because of the driving thing, and yeah, that was really the only thing I could think of. I'm like, why would you buy it early if you're not going to play it early? Like, it must be because he doesn't want to drive down here, and
Man,
I'm
so
like
annoying.
positive that's what it was, and so I remedied that, and it was fun. It was good. We just sat there and played all day. So yeah, played that. I finished Final Fantasy 11. Played some Wii Sports and
Finished Final Fantasy
Sports
11
that.
again.
yeah, I
You
finished
mean?
Final Fantasy 11 again. And I also finished a little game called Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands, I believe.
Where's the notebook?
I don't.
We'll get to it.
It's right here. I finished and platinumed that game.
Oh, okay.
So I do believe a boar sound is.
Oh, and it's not yet. You gotta.
Oh, it's now
hold
and
on.
then later.
No. Oh, all right. I the only game I played was Final Fantasy 11. Has anybody beat a game this week? And then you can play the.
Oh, so you're saying I can play it now?
Yeah. Caleb, where the fuck do you put? Okay, it's in the front.
Yeah, the very front page.
All right.
It's because it matters the most.
We're gonna have to add another page to that.
Oh, that says Silent Hill. Like,
not
what
for
the
me,
fuck
but-
chicken scratch is that down at
Oh,
the
the
bottom?
pen was dying, yeah.
All right,
That's
all
pretty
right,
bad.
all right. So,
P.O.P.
Pop
Yep.
Sans. Oh, forgot Sans.
Pop forgot Sans.
It's not a big enough space for
I
a full
hate
thing.
sand.
Okay, do you have a list of games that you beat this year? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get with that in a second. So actually, let's do that first. Jake, since of course you have had a significantly larger number of games beaten this year than Kaleb Craig, I guess not
only a little.
significantly, but bigger. And we've talked about you a lot as far as like someone who's beating Kaleb Craig. That although we say that you don't really count because you're on the network, it's like a host of one of our shows, so you don't really count. Let's go through the games that you beaten this year.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole list?
Yeah, let's go through it,
All right.
and then we can do totals. Did anybody else beat a game this week?
No.
Okay, all right.
Well, what else could we figure, Cameron?
So that's something I was going to say. I'm going to have a little bit more free time coming up this week, and then
Sure you will.
continuing onwards.
We're going to be killing each other in Battlefield, though.
Yeah. I just want to say, if someone wants to suggest to me a game that I can beat before next time, that'd be great.
Eco.
I don't want to do eco. Something that I'm going to enjoy playing.
So it has to be a shooter.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Just not something that they've already previously played, if that's possible. I just
So
want to
you
do
want us
something
to
on my own.
suggest something that we haven't played to you for you to beat in a week's time. That's also
How
a
about-
shooter and not eco.
I kind of wanted the listeners to give their opinion on it,
Oh.
not you guys.
Oh, okay.
tweet them to Cameron.
Yeah.
All right, Jake.
Well-
what games have you been this year?
Eco.
All right.
Sly Cooper.
Good.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
It's a fun 2D beat 'em up.
All right.
Yeah,
It
I saw Caleb playing that in high school.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Contrast, which is a little indie game on the PSN.
All right.
It's all right. Final Fantasy 7 and 10-2.
Okay.
Woohoo. 10-2 is very lovely.
Was that the first time playing 10-2?
No.
Oh. No. You played it a second time?
Trophies, man.
Did you plat it?
No, I haven't because of
I'm
last mission.
feeling the stomach flu
Oh.
right now.
You haven't beat last mission yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Got something
have
to hold
one up
above
on
you.
me. Yup.
Ah, suck
Exactly.
it. All right, go.
I'd played it back
But
in
have you played 11 and beat 11?
He has
No.
played it, though, haven't you?
Yeah, that 30-day trial.
That you took 20 days to download because your internet was a complete ass.
It got downloaded a lot quicker because I took my PC over to your place, similar to the situation you just mentioned with Craig, and I downloaded it at your place.
Oh, that's right. I do
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah, that was good times.
South Park and the Stick of Truth. Tons
All
of
right.
RPGs
I have
this
started that game, and I like
It's-
it. I just have not continued.
year. It's phenomenal the further you get in.
That's hot.
Jurassic Park the game.
Yeah.
Yes, the one with Telltale.
Oh,
The
so
Telltale.
is that Jurassic Park or is it Jurassic World?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Jurassic Park the game, the Super NES one,
Yeah.
The one where you have
where
that,
you have the little electric stick,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it's like one of the hardest games of all fucking time.
It's
Yeah.
up there.
God, that game's hard.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But
Fuck, that game's hard.
games
I
back
just
in the
had
day.
like a whole bunch of memories just came flooding in
Yeah.
of playing that game.
Where the fucking shotgun acts like a rifle instead of a shotgun.
Dude, that game
Yep.
is rough. That game is rough.
I don't know. The shotgun rifle makes it sound easy.
No.
It's not a Doom.
It's not
isn't.
fun.
It's not a Doom shotgun.
Fortunately. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag.
All right.
Was that one the screw up one?
No.
I believe
No.
that was Rogue, I think.
Oh, okay.
Black Flag is
Black Flag
phenomenal.
was fun. It got kind of repetitive, but it was fun.
Yeah, the whole series is repetitive.
Yeah. I think about 3/4 of that entire mission campaign is follow somebody in Black Flag. I swear.
Yeah.
to
And
God.
it's kill the ship, upgrade the ship, kill the ship, upgrade your ship, kill the ship, then upgrade your villa, and then, yeah.
Is this Far Cry
Follow.
Primal?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Conspiracy theory. Every game is the same.
Most open world games have been that way lately.
Yeah, they're dickholes.
Yeah.
GTA for life. You just buy the house. You don't upgrade.
So Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
All right.
Okay.
Lightning Returns.
How was that?
It's not that great.
Damn it.
How does it compare to 13.2
How does it compare to 10-2?
and 13?
Ooh. 13.2 is the best out of that trilogy.
All right.
That's
With
good.
Sarah.
That's what we've heard from a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of fans of Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Its ratings don't really, its critical ratings don't reflect that, but from
Yeah.
talk.
Well, that's
what it
because
sounds
the
like.
critical ratings, everyone likes to suck the schlong of the main series, and the rest of them they look at with honest eyes. I think that's what it is.
It is a graphical downgrade.
Mm,
Both 13.2 and Lightning Returns.
That's weird.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's shorter development time. I assume they're using the same engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
just, for some reason, looks a lot more choppier to me. And the
Okay.
frame rate dips a little bit here and there.
All right.
There are some serious annoyances in Lightning Returns as far as the plot is concerned. The combat is great, but
So 10-2. That's what
Yeah.
you're saying.
you spend the first 4 hours talking about God. It's like, how much do you have to push the fucking metaphor here in the symbolism?
I guess we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah.
It's an
Exactly.
Ultimate
You'll
Final
see.
Fantasy. I have no
Yep.
idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
Zone of the Enders, the second runner.
That sounds like an online game.
It's not.
Oh, I've never ever heard of that.
Have you
What's it
heard
on?
of Armored Core?
No.
I
Okay.
have
Yeah.
mech suits.
The mech suits.
Okay.
And it's a Hideo Kojima series.
Oh,
Zone
is
of
it
the
really?
Enders. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you put together Metal Gear Solid plus the mech suits, you get Zone of the Enders.
I think you just get Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
Metal
because
Gear
there's
is
like a giant mech suit in Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much similar
Metal
to Rex
Gear.
and Ray
Yeah.
in those respects. Final Fantasy 3.
Okay.
All right. That's
Definitely the NES is better. The DS port is
decent. Which
DS
one did you
remake.
play?
DS.
Okay. Yeah.
Silent Hill Origins. I finished that in about an hour. I speedrunned it. Yeah. I know that game like the back of my hand. So,
Yeah.
Caleb-
Shadows of the Damned,
Shadows of the Damned, is that online?
PS3. I don't play online games.
All right.
Is that it?
No, the list goes on.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Just list them off
Plug.
real quick.
All right. The Walking Dead Michonne, Homefront,
Oh.
Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
Okay.
Ratchet and Clank, Full Frontal Assault, and All for One.
Full frontal nudity.
Yes. Up your arsenal, Joe. Up
Oh.
your arsenal. Bioshock 2, Limbo, Far Cry Classic, Back to the Future, the game, another Telltale, Wanted, Weapons of Fate, stupid movie tie-in, Final Fight, Magic Sword, Saints Row 3, Resident Evil 4, God of War Ascension, Flower, Journey, Everyday Shooter, Red Dead Redemption, and of course, the one we're not reviewing this week, Silent Hill.
Okay.
35.
So,
Glad you finished it in time
35
now.
games?
Yes,
Oh,
35.
Jesus Christ. All right, so guest hog, guest
We could do a guest hog
guest
section.
King Hog.
Yeah,
Guest-
he's definitely beating Dylan, I'm sure.
Guest King Hog, he's 10 games ahead of Caleb Craig,
Yeah, that's pretty
which
sick.
is pretty fucking sick considering Caleb Craig has been King Hog at 25 games. Now, 25 games is a lot for any year,
Yeah.
but we're not even done with the year.
No.
And Jake has beaten 10 more than Caleb. So you said 35, right?
Yes.
Caleb Craig's at 25. So,
If he wants to go do these 1 hour indie games, he's going to get blown out of the water.
there you go. Caleb Schweiss, you are at 24 games.
Oh, really? I'm only
Yeah.
one behind?
One behind
Yeah.
Caleb Craig.
I'm
with,
coming for you, you
with
fat
Pop
fuck.
Forgotten Sands.
Just so you know, he's gonna have like 5 games beaten this week. Just to,
Yeah.
So you better get on it.
I was thinking about just playing through the single player of Battlefront. Or no, wait, Battlefield in time for this week. But then
Right.
I was like, I can't. So I fail.
So the same story as Cameron.
Basically.
All
But
right.
I
So I
didn't
tried to
try
climb it
as
up.
All
hard.
right. I am at 14 games beaten, and Cameron is just terrible with 9 games beaten this year.
Single digits.
He's killing
That's
it.
not even a game a month, man. Not even
Well,
a game
as soon
a
as I
month.
beat a game this month, it is a game a month. And I do beat a game every month for the show.
Do you?
Is that by choice?
Yeah.
It's
by a choice of some sort.
It's
Yes.
the illusion of choice.
Ignore
you
the
chose to
shotgun.
be here.
All right, so you were talking earlier about Kaleb Craig and the fucking getting him a ride up here because obviously he would never try to drive himself up here.
Is it
Yeah.
your rant time?
Yeah, this is the segment of the show where a host is gone and Joe has to go off.
Oh. So this is a segment I'm usually not here for.
Yeah, this is the. I was going to call it the Cameron segment, but you're here this time, so I can't.
And then he was gone, and then Joe himself was gone last time, so we didn't have it either. So.
We didn't give him too much shit. Did you listen to the episode last week?
So, yeah, I did, and there was like hardly any shit given. I was ready for it, man. I was ready for some
Yeah.
serious shit. And I got like nothing. I guess that means I'm.
we just don't hold a grudge like you
I
do.
got nothing,
It's
man.
just what happens.
I guess that means I'm just a good, decent person.
Yeah, and I won't leave
Now
because I
let's-
don't want to find out.
Yeah, you
man.
haven't missed an episode yet. have you?
Yeah, no.
Oh,
it is held in my living
It
room.
helps when it's your house.
Yeah. Yeah, it does help. I will attest to that. I
Oh, man.
confirmed.
Well, listen. We had a game, or we have a game that we all four need to beat for Nude Clan for
Oh,
our
yeah,
first game review. Fuck you, Jake. You know, with your fours, all right? For our first game review that is based upon another piece of media.
Yes.
So we got Wheel of Time, right? We all have to beat the PC game Wheel of Time, which when we looked on Amazon was like $60, but you got it cheaper.
Yeah, I bought it for $2.
What the fuck?
Used as $2.
All right. So Caleb got it used for $2. Now, I made it clear that I have $0, and that is once again true today. I have $0, and so I was nominating games that I owned to be played, and I had hoped that Enter the Matrix or even Lego Star Wars or something where I could probably borrow something off of someone that could be the case. Now, the game that won, of course, due to a random draw because of a three-way tie.
Yeah, because no one voted.
Was Wheel of Time, a game in which only Kaleb Craig, because I bought the CD at a thrift store and gave it to him for his birthday a couple years ago.
Yeah, many years
Kaleb
ago.
Craig had this obscure Wheel of Time game that we were going to play. Now, we got some issues. Our first issue and our major issue that that was a giant oversight because Cameron doesn't show up for any episodes. That issue was that Cameron does not have a PC with a CD-ROM port. So Cameron has to buy new equipment in order to get this
Yeah,
fucking
I'm going to have
game.
to get one of those US. So I have to buy two things. A hub that you can plug in so you can provide power to things you plug into it. And I need an external DVD drive.
You have to beat that game in 2 weeks.
I know. So as soon as I can get those, I mean, things that would be like nice to have anyway, but things I might not necessarily wanted to spend money on right now. So
Cameron has to get new equipment. I had to burn the game from Caleb Schweiss today, and there's a reason I didn't burn it before. And then, of course, it has problems playing on Windows 7 already, and we got to figure that out sometime this week.
Mega problems.
In order to play the fucking game that was nominated by Kaleb Craig, who is not here today and is throwing up.
Yes.
Now, Kaleb Craig, a couple weeks ago, we had the opportunity to burn the games earlier, right?
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to all, at least for me, to obtain the game, and Cameron needs to obtain the game as well. And look, this game is out of print.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
It's ancient.
$1 billion if you try to get a new copy, so it doesn't feel as morally wrong to burn the game to play it for this fucking review. For me. I will allow myself to break the law. I will justify, and we had a whole episode about how I justify stealing.
All right.
Legal stealing. Illegal. Wait.
Legal stealing.
There's no such thing as legal stealing,
Okay.
but it's legal in my head. Where,
Right.
look, they don't make it available. It's not available on Steam to download or even on like a website anywhere.
It's free
The
on a
company's not
website.
making any money off of it anymore. I'm just going to burn the game. Okay? All right? So I burned the game from Schweiss today. Now, Kaleb Craig, a couple weeks ago when we had the opportunity to burn it again, I did tell him to make sure to bring the game
Yes.
to your place before we did the episode so that we could obtain copies of the game. And
Right.
was gonna bring blank CDs and I didn't, which
They were here though. I had
But
blank CDs.
Caleb has blank CDs anyway, so that argument doesn't really matter. But there was a moment when it was like, well, we ended Nude Clan early that day or something like that. And I was like, dude, can you just go? You didn't bring the game. Can you go get the game? And then he like freaked out on me because he didn't want to drive all the way to Payson and back just to get us the game. And I didn't have a car. And I had, however, had 4, 5, 6 years of giving Caleb rides for his entire fucking life.
Yeah.
You guys as well. And it's like, dude, you got time. You probably have gas. I mean, if you didn't, I would assume he would say something.
Yeah.
He was just too lazy to go get the game.
Yeah, and it's annoying because he's like, I don't. I think he said something about being even with us for all those years of stuff, and I was
It's
like,
not that. It's,
bull.
to me, it's not like a bank account where he owes, but like as a human being,
He owes as a human. Yeah.
it's like,
You
dude,
fuck.
I have no way of getting this game right now. Can you please go get that game? You have time.
Yeah, he totally had time because we ended
And
way
so,
early.
if we don't have the Wheel of
It's
Time
just-
review on
he
time,
really, really hates driving.
Well-
He's scared to drive.
yeah, well, I'm scared to ride in his passenger seat as well.
I almost lost my life that one day.
I think every 100 feet there was at least one thing he was breaking the law on.
Breaking the law.
when it came to driving. So I will give him that shit, but my God, this Wheel of Time game is hard to get a hold of, and it's just been a pain in the dick because Caleb doesn't want to drive anywhere.
Yeah, he didn't want to help us out, and it was nuts because it was hours early. Like, we were way early.
And then
than
it
we'd
was
ever
even
been.
that same day I needed a ride home because I got dropped off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cameron
And then
needed a ride
Caleb
home.
was leaving, and I live maybe 9 minutes away from Caleb's house. From Schweiss,
Yeah.
and he did not want to drop me off. He wasn't gonna do it. He just 100%.
Yeah, and that's when I think that's when you said, "Well, I've helped you out
like,
before." And he's
dude,
like, I don't care.
I fucking drop. I've been your chaperone.
I've
as
driven
well.
him to Ephraim multiple times.
Yeah, I've driven him all over the place.
So
Such a lazy.
such an asshole. So I'm glad things are coming out of your asshole right now, Kaleb Craig. Feels
Yeah.
good, doesn't
I
it?
thought he was throwing up.
I assume things are coming.
I don't think
out of
it's
his
making
asshole.
it to his asshole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He gets to eat his words.
That's right. He gets to eat his own shit. He gets to eat what should be his shit.
Anyway, I got the game now, and hopefully we can figure out how to do this fucking thing. But
Yeah.
next time we nominate a game, we got to make sure that we can all
Is there a
get
way
it.
you guys can just save the game to some sort of fucking zip file? So
There
I don't
might
have to
be.
buy
There might be. I
buy
don't know.
the external drive.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Depends if you set it up.
I
as
don't
an
know.
executionable.
I don't know if you can run the game through another. Well, yeah, you should be able to actually.
Well,
I mean, there's a free version that you can download online. It just doesn't have any of the cutscenes.
just download it. Just watch the cutscenes later.
I couldn't. No, there's like when you try to download, you have to get like other files and stuff in order to like create the game. It's like getting an emulator. It's a pain.
Build your own emulator simulator.
So I'd much rather burn the game. Do you not have an external hard drive?
I do have an external hard drive. It's
Well,
just-
take it, copy the files, and then play it from the files.
okay, I'll see if that works.
Yeah, but you have to put in the disc. why
No,
we
there's
burned the disc.
going to be a setup file in that folder.
It just sounds like a really nice way to get your own little virus on your computer.
Do you have
the
a virus
website?
on your hard drive?
No, I don't. But just downloading
No, I'm
this
not.
file
No,
from
no, no, no,
here-
no. Download it from Caleb's computer. Put
Oh.
the disc in. Copy the files from the disc onto your hard drive,
Yeah.
and then try to play it from there.
Yeah, good luck, because it doesn't work at all for me. But I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, if we can't get the fucking game to work, we're gonna have to do something else.
Well, what are we
Yeah.
going to do at this point? Second runner-up was clearly the Lord of the Rings game. And
No,
we'd
there
have
were
to-
two runners up.
And we'd have to buy, you guys would have to buy that one. You know?
I think I still might have a hold of it, don't I? Sounds like I'm in the clear on that game. Isn't possession 9/10 of the law?
According to a recent fanfic,
Fiction,
yes.
Yes.
I'm not a dick, and you know that.
Phil, this Cheryl.
No, but Kaleb Craig is.
Yeah. Had to wrap it back any way you could.
Yeah.
Well, it's just my turn to shit on someone. I'm ready. You know, I felt like it was
Your fucking turn.
It's always
every
your
week.
turn, motherfucker.
It's my turn.
Mine.
I think we can get things. If you got an external hard drive, we can get that game on there. I'm not sure about playing it though. We'll have to figure that out.
All right, so Caleb.
So
it's your
within
goal
within
today
a
to
week,
do that
we'll know if
plan.
that fucking game is gonna work.
Yeah.
It might be a game that's like impossible to play. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's probably not. Probably retards. So it's probably what it really is.
Dude, I've fucking done.
Have you looked for a patch online?
There's stuff online I can download, but I don't want to do
for
that.
the game.
Some of it might be. I'm not sure. But their compatibility mode should work. Diablo 1 worked. Diablo 1's older. What the fuck?
I don't know.
I've tried every fucking compatibility mode possible, and there are a ton with
I
a
bet
ton
there's
of
going to be a
different
patch.
settings.
I remember having Half-Life, and I remember with one of the Diablos, I had to go download a patch from somewhere else.
Oh, really?
Yeah. in
Okay,
order
well,
to get it
I'll
to run
check
on
again.
a newer computer.
I do want to play it because I need to get it.
That all depends if a patch was ever released or made. Who knows about this game? This game is obscure as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you said that. It was all pretentious. Say it again.
Which part?
The obscure as fuck. The way you said it. And yeah.
Are you saying that
Obscure.
sometimes I sound pretentious, Cameron? Even when I'm cursing like a sailor.
Wow. So he did it again.
Yeah, there you go.
Thinking of sailors there, aren't you?
Always. Love them in their little caps and their tight little pants.
In the Navy.
Just thinking them seamen is what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
Joe has got more semen in him than cruise ships.
Wait.
So there's alluding to something, and then there's just coming out and saying it. He hasn't drawn his daily dick, so get him the paper so he can start getting that out of his system.
All right. Do we have any correspondence with the listeners we can get into?
Just a touch here from Felicia Nomiko. She says on the game suggestions topic, Helldivers. It's a multiplayer co-op game and can be played either on the couch with 4 players, recommended, or online. It's pretty simple but great fun.
I want to play it on the couch.
I have a couch
Yeah.
to sit on.
So Mighty Slade says, as much...
In fact, you do, Cameron.
Yeah.
In fact, you do have a couch
Yeah.
for other people to sit on.
You could just like
You have
kick
my
your feet
old
up.
couch.
He has ants now for some fucking reason, but yeah.
It has ants.
Yeah.
It's a couch.
I know.
I know why it has ants.
Why is that?
Because no one fucking cleans anything
You
in
mean
that
'cause you had
goddamn
your-
apartment.
You mean you have your little fucking mountain of trash that you kept on one side
There
of it?
weren't ants then.
So anyway, Mighty Slade says, as much as there are a ton of times I disagree with the guys, I'd love to hear their review of my favorite game, Suikoden 2. Suikoden 1 is pretty good as well, and given their penchant to play games in order, I'd like to hear their views on that one as well. But anyone who is a Suikoden fan will usually agree that the second is the highlight of the series. For those who don't know, it's a PlayStation JRPG series. 1 and 2 are PS1, 3, 4, and 5 PS2. They all have the same basic mechanics, 4 to 6 character battles, 108 possible characters to recruit, leading a rebellion or army. The first and second are both available on the PSN for PS3, and he wants to say they're around $10 a pop, and they are amazing. I think this game suggestion thing was supposed to be a multiplayer sort of a deal for us, but
Oh,
I guess we will take suggestions on.
Yeah, we take all. We've had people suggest other games.
Yeah, we have, and
Yeah.
we'll take it into consideration.
Yeah.
But
I've heard that from a lot of listeners.
yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of Ultima listeners as well.
Yeah.
You played those, Jake?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Haven't gotten into them.
If Jake hasn't played them,
Yeah, it's probably never going to happen. It's probably so obscure that there's no need. But so recently we had a bit of a bomb drop here. We have a Nintendo console that was officially announced again.
do we know when it's coming out?
I believe March.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
around when it was. So
It's a weird time.
Let's see if
Yeah.
this can convince me to actually buy a Nintendo console.
All right,
right,
so
so-
Cameron has not seen it, but the rest of us have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play the clip.
Hey, isn't that the Zelda game that should have been on the Wii U?
I believe it is, Caleb. I believe it is.
All right, so he's fighting dudes.
Yeah, I remember seeing trailers for this game.
Ignoring your dog.
Yeah, that dog clearly needs to go on a walk. You can ignore his dog anywhere he goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll come sit on the floor with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
they can ignore their future children.
Like most parents.
That look familiar there?
So they're going to have some AAA developers make games for that.
Yeah, they're going to have a AAA title from 5 years ago. Woo! Look, we got Skyrim!
Finally.
Yeah, bro.
So you can be active with your friends, or
Yeah.
We're just going to sit here and pretend to play basketball.
I can't see the bros playing this thing. I really can't. You're just as bad at this as you are normally.
You game, bruh?
come interact with us like a social person.
Yes.
No, I'll come ignore you in your company. How about that?
Here's yours.
Oh, God.
What the hell is this?
Competitive play.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about that.
Nintendo Switch.
All right, there was one part of that commercial I had to step out, but there was one part of that commercial, or there was like a guy who was at this beautiful sunset, and he was playing the game and not looking at the sunset, and I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with these?" So the commercial is absolutely, if you think about it, fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, he was ignoring his dog at home. His dog, he felt the need to bark to bring attention to itself.
Yeah.
So, okay, dog, let's go for a walk. And he just sits on a bench and ignoring his dog outside.
The dog's like,
Dude.
But anyways, so Skyrim is what they're saying we'll have on it.
Yeah.
Is that maybe an allusion to Bethesda or any other
okay, how
large
many
studio?
years old? How old is Skyrim at this point?
Yeah, you know, that's one thing I brought up to the guys at work. They're like,
Skyrim HD Remaster.
They're like, dude,
Yeah.
we can play Skyrim on this thing. I'm like, yeah, Skyrim's the hot new. Oh wait, came out 5 years ago. So is this supposed to be Nintendo being braggadocious about their capabilities to have high def games? Because guess what? It's fucking 5 years old. Fuck off.
I was hearing the same thing for
No,
Final
no.
Fantasy X coming to the Vita and people defending the Vita for it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
No, okay, so the whole premise is a handheld system that you can play on your TV. Right? So a powerful handheld system that can play games from 5 years ago.
With a lot of moving parts.
So to me, to want to buy a console, to want to invest in something, there has to be lots of new stuff coming out for it, like something cutting edge to make me want to have it.
Like Skyrim.
All right, so here's an official list of. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Never mind.
Here's an official Reddit page.
No, they had an official list of partners for Nintendo Switch. Here it is. So we have 505, Activision, Atlas, Bethesda, Capcom. I'm just going to name the biggies. Square Enix, Ubisoft, EA, of course.
They'll partner with anyone. They make a game for about $3 and then
Havoc. You know, so they have a lot
Sell it
of
for about
Konami's on there, too.
Sega.
They got some big names that are partnering with them that are willing to create games. But my concern for this is they showed us Skyrim. And Skyrim, like I said, is a 5-year-old game. I haven't played much Skyrim, or any, actually. Skyrim, which is a shame, but is this thing going to be Steam, essentially? Is it going to be, you can get all these old school games if you want and play it wherever you want to go?
Play it as a handheld?
Yeah. It seems odd to me, and I hope they move forward and they get new games on the console. I don't want to just play old stuff on a $400 Switch.
So, are we saying that this is going to both replace their main line and their handheld line?
I think it is.
We're not going to get a new DS and we're not going to get a new Wii. It's going to be this.
This is going to be.
hybrid.
I think so.
What do you think, Jake?
I think it's just meant to replace the Wii U. They haven't announced anything that they're discontinuing 3DS stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, this is their answer to their home console while appealing to the mobile market.
I think that the smart move would be to make this the thing.
That makes sense because
Yeah.
That makes sense what he's saying because Nintendo has a clear market for console gamers and for handhelds. They have the biggest market for handhelds.
Yes.
But now they're trying to convince.
Used to have the biggest.
Now
for
they're
the
trying to
consoles.
convince. Now they're trying to convince their handheld players to pick up on the main console, and I think that is a smart strategy to market to those who already are consumers.
I don't know. Personally, I think Nintendo wins if this is the new system and this is the only system going forward. Like, they still make games for 3DS. They still make games for the other things. But this is the main console.
Well,
a new game comes out. It doesn't come out on 3DS and Nintendo Switch. It just comes out on the Switch.
They're going to need that exclusivity
It's
in order
kind
to
of
sell it.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the
3DS
PS
did.
Vita. It's big. It's kind of a big handheld. if you want to replace it.
has sold like a shit ton. The Wii U, nothing.
Absolutely.
So they know where their bread and butter is. It's with the mobile market. Now, if they use this to capture the mobile market as well as the the console market, I think that's the only way for them to really win with this thing is to make it their console. This is the thing.
am way more excited about this than the Wii U.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, I mean,
far.
have you ever been tempted to buy a Wii U in your life?
No.
I think there was like one day I was looking at Bayonetta 2.
Oh, no, that's not true. Because I love Mario Kart enough that I was like, God, if I just had money to throw away.
Yeah. If only I were Kaleb Craig.
If I don't really love any other games on the Nintendo, the modern Nintendo console. So
Yeah.
it's really just about playing Mario Kart.
8 looks absolutely gorgeous.
It's a great game.
I don't think it's a great game, but
Fuck you. I think it's a great game. And,
I think they're trying to go Gran Turismo on it. It's fucking stupid.
It plays
drifting
like
and-
the Wii one.
I don't like the Wii one.
Oh, fuck you then. I love the Wii one. What do you think, Cameron?
Nintendo to me has always been a child's party system. So if I'm going to go over to my cousin's house, maybe let's say, we'll fucking throw on Mario
We'll
Kart.
fuck and we'll throw on.
We'll fucking put up Mario Kart.
My
We'll have a
cousin.
dandy.
Where are those
We'll have
controllers going?
this dandy filtered and censored time together playing this G-rated video game with a G-rated family.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, well, you didn't rape your cousin. Okay, we got it.
Which would have been a
Charges
fine
have been cleared.
since it was cousin by marriage, not by birth.
Oh, okay, so
Okay.
that's good.
That makes it okay.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Quote me on that.
Oh boy. I think it looks great. Hopefully the price isn't going to be something sick
What would be an appropriate price margin, do you think?
for that. I think brand new $250.
Really?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, wow.
$250. I would think about it. I
Guys at work were saying like 4.
would.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
don't
how
think-
much that's for a big boy system.
You don't
I
think this
still-
is a big boy
No,
system?
this is still
it played
Nintendo.
Skyrim. It played Skyrim.
This is still Nintendo,
they
buddy.
did it. They made it to 2011. They arrived.
This is still Nintendo. That would be like price, and when they priced the PS3 at $600, that was the worst decision ever.
Yeah, it was
to
bad.
price the PS3 at $600.
Although we remember the inflation for those original consoles, 600's nothing.
Especially the Jaguar.
Nothing.
That's true, but I'm telling you right now, I mean,
It will
Nintendo's
fail.
gonna
That's
keep
too
it
much.
really low.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to think of
400 is
family.
acceptable, but for that system, as Nintendo with Nintendo property for kids, with a lot of removable parts that are all going to break,
If you that and if you're trying
that is
to
a 250 system.
and if you're trying to market to your handheld market, fucking $400 for it, no, it's not gonna happen.
Well, another
300,
thing.
I think would actually, that's probably a good price too.
Yeah, it would be okay.
I wouldn't do 300.
So another thing we have
I
to
would
take
wait
into
till it went down to 250.
I'd buy it used.
So to me, for this console to really excel, and this is something I was bringing up at
New
work.
Zelda.
Well, obviously the new Zelda. I'm going to get into that in a little bit, but for this thing to excel, I think they need to be able to have mobile multiplayer. So you take this thing, you have an internet connection. It's not just Wi-Fi
Well, that's
like
what
it is
they were
with the
showing
3DS.
us, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
But how are you going to do that? Are you going to have like a SIM card and get a mobile plan from T-Mobile or something
No,
like
it's
that?
just fucking Bluetooth, man.
You got to pay for the internet though, Cameron.
No.
not
Oh, you
Bluetooth.
mean mobile multiplayer? Like you can
Like a
play
LAN
on
setup?
like Wi-Fi /
Yeah,
LAN
Wi-Fi.
setup. Okay, yeah.
Not Wi-Fi hotspot. For this thing to do really well, for me, I think it needs to have its own internet source, so you can be playing mobile.
You mean pay for like
Multiplayer.
a Nintendo subscription to play online?
Well, they probably wouldn't.
Work.
They probably wouldn't do it. You'd go through an
I
internet
think
service provider.
with the games they have now, I think that's too much to ask.
No, so
Really?
they were doing mobile
then what's the
multiplayer
point?
where they're connecting and playing with
I
friends.
can understand connecting other systems to each other, which they can do,
Yeah,
and then
So you're saying a
connecting
LAN
the system
connection.
through
Yeah.
Wi-Fi is fine.
yeah.
I don't know. I
but
think-
a mobile. No,
That's like data charges are through the roof if you want to do something
that's
like
not going to
that.
happen.
Then I'm not
And-
going to get it. Then
And
I don't
then
think there's
free
a point.
internet.
Yeah, that's not going to
Nintendo
happen.
to set up a 4G server.
I think
for
that's
its
an
console
unrealistic
is-
expectation completely.
Yeah, that's just.
Then I don't think this thing has
and
purpose.
then they were showing you in the
What's the
commercial.
fucking
you were just,
point of it if
you
you
were
can't
just tethering
play-
and connecting with each other.
You
Yeah,
connect with
they-
each other. Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah. Oh, what other asshole is going to buy this
connect
thing?
through-
I did that with the.
Wi-Fi.
It's like my favorite game on the PSP, Monster Hunters. It was my favorite because I was doing that with Caleb. I went over to his house and we fucking did the little thing that connects the two
Ad
PSPs
hoc.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we were having fun.
All right, so
And the 3DS does the same thing with
Yeah.
StreetPass.
yeah, it does it with StreetPass, but that thing failed epically
Oh.
in the States. Nobody gives a fuck about StreetPass here. Japan loves it because they're all crammed in a fucking tram all day. But here, no one cares. No one does shit with StreetPass in comparison. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if this thing is going to work as well here because you're probably right that they're not going to have an internet thing. And what's the fucking point
Well, they
of having
might,
it?
but you're definitely paying for it.
Oh, yeah, you pay for it. Yeah, you'd have to get a separate subscription, but
I don't know, man. I think having a Wi-Fi connection, which it will have,
well, yeah, obviously. But what are you just going to chill at hotspots? Is this going to be like Pokemon Go?
you chill at hotspots, you chill at someone's
Yeah,
house. Where the fuck
let's
are
say you
going?
fucking go to Starbucks and then you just hop on a
What
multiplayer
is
game.
okay? So you're playing
The internet might not be good enough for that,
FF12
though.
Revenant Wings right now. Are you absolutely? Do you need an internet?
No, I don't. It's a
Okay.
single-player game.
Dude, no, but also think about how much speed
You would have
need
to
for a
have
good
so
connection.
much data in order that's not realistic.
Not at all.
I think it would be
Especially for
fine.
Skyrim.
Well,
I mean,
Skyrim's
it's hard
single-player.
enough to load a fucking Facebook page on the phone with 4G. I can't expect that you'll be able to play fucking Call of Duty over the goddamn Wi-Fi, or not over the Wi-Fi, but over the same source.
I get better connection on my phone than I do on my computer at work
Yeah,
by
it's-
far,
That
by like
is-
10 times.
That is a
And the internet at work is almost good enough to play games online. It doesn't take much.
No,
Well,
but
it depends
when
on
you're
the
playing
game.
games, that's just a data hog.
Yeah,
You're gonna fucking waste your data unless you're on one of them unlimited plans for like
I think that's
$60 a
crazy.
month.
So what is
What is
the...
crazy is being able to play 13 mobilely through the internet. Going off of what Joe had said.
Yeah, in Japan
Yeah,
where they have
in
13.
Japan, they can actually do that.
Yeah.
That's insane amount of data there.
Well, it's different though. It loads it in chunks, I think. It's like all streaming. You're streaming the game essentially.
Okay.
So you don't have the game on your phone. You can just play it through like
True.
a streaming connection.
Well, if it's not downloaded on your phone, then you're streaming the game and everything about it. That's just more data.
Yeah, but the file is tiny because you're streaming the whole fucking thing.
I'm happy enough thinking that it's a regular console on top of being a mobile console.
All right. So what about
innovative.
they've talked about doing? I've heard people mention things with Pokemon Go. How are they going to How are they going to play that if they don't
That would take
have
data. That would take data.
either that or hotspots? And hotspots with something like this would just be lame to me. I think it's just absolutely pointless. I do like the idea of the console though. It looks cool. You got those little joysticks. I mean, being able to just pick it up and go is awesome. There's a lot to be said about the quality and the convenience of mobile gaming, especially for people who do a lot of transit like yourself. I could see this being something that you might want. I don't know. It depends on what's released on it, probably. But so the price point that we have, you guys cool, $250 to $300?
Yeah, that's where I'm cool at.
Okay, I would probably buy it if it was $250. One thing that really bugs me though is
The commercial. But yeah, go ahead.
the fact that they're putting the new Zelda game on this and not the Wii U. Like, they're going to put it on the Wii U, which they have done in the past.
It's just like Twilight Princess.
Yeah, but they had another one that came out that was just for the Wii. They did Twilight Princess as a benefit for those who had the GameCube and not the Wii yet, but this isn't a benefit to anybody.
It is odd that they have a
console
that didn't have a mainline series.
Yeah, an exclusive Zelda game. It's going to be on Wii U.
That's really bizarre.
Oh, and also the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I think that's...
I guess they had Hyrule Heroes or whatever.
It's like a backhand to
the
the people who bought the Wii U, the 5 people in this country that bought the Wii U.
Well, to me, it's like there were people who bought the PS3 for Kingdom Hearts 3.
And it didn't come
and
out.
And it never came out for it.
That's true.
And versus like
it's
myself.
It's just like that.
Those people are wrong, first off. Why would you buy a $600 console for a Kingdom Hearts game? Like, that's... They look fun, but really? A PS3 for one game?
I don't think they bought it when it was $600. But you get what I'm saying.
I do.
Some people that would be like...
Buy an Xbox for Halo. What other reason
I had
is
a
there?
friend named Tia who would only play Kingdom Hearts. That was like the only video game she would play. And then the PS3 would just serve as, something else. But she bought the PS3 for Kingdom Hearts. And in my mind, we're not friends anymore, but in my mind, I'm thinking, that was a waste.
Yeah, no
Have
shit.
fun.
That's how I felt when I bought the PS4 for the 15 demo. It wasn't even a game. It was a demo for a game.
We did buy PS4,
but we did need a new gen, so
yeah,
it was necessary. But I mean,
in a way,
I don't know. It just seems kind of messed up, and I understand that they want to cut their losses with the Wii U because it has been a giant steaming failure. But it's just odd to me, and it almost seems wrong that they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be on this one because they announced it for the Wii U. It's been it's going to be a Wii U game. This new Zelda is going to be Wii U, and now it's like, well, we'll put it on the Wii U, but we're also going to put it on the Switch. So really, it's the Switch game that's going to get ported to the Wii U.
Yeah,
and it's bizarre. It just doesn't seem right to me. And hopefully, the Zelda, and I'm imagining it probably will be a launch title, and that'll help boost this thing because they didn't get that with the Wii U. They didn't get the Zelda ever, technically, at least as far as we know now.
I find it bizarre that they keep changing up what they're like. I understood the one big change up was the Wii because they've been standard systems up to that point. And so the Wii had this crazy control scheme. A lot of kids, a lot of parents were like, oh, I'll let my child play video games because they're moving now.
Yeah.
But then they go to the Wii U, which is a static system.
Yeah.
Back to, it's still a weird controller, but it's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And then they are going to this, which it's giving
it's
you the
Wii-like, I think.
get up and go thing, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah. I think
I find it odd that they didn't stick with the Wii.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that was a success.
I think that should have been who the fuck was who thought of this? Who thought of the Wii U?
I don't know.
Who thought that was
is...
the natural thing to go to after the Wii?
I know, it's weird.
Oh, we sold too many copies of the Wii. We must bring back the standard gamers who don't buy nearly as many.
Yeah, and Nintendo's notorious for being difficult with third party and stuff like that. A lot of developers weren't really with the Wii because they knew the games they were going to make, the Wii could never handle. ever. Even if they made it like almost PS2 quality, the Wii's like in that
I don't
era.
think that was to their detriment at all.
No, I don't
they
either.
Sold twice as many as the other consoles.
I don't either, but Wii U did the same fucking thing. Wii U did the exact same thing.
Yeah, that was a dumb thing to do.
They're like, you know what? We're going to keep the definition super low. We're going to keep it all in-house. We're going to have very little third-party support, and we're just going to own it. And they didn't. So, I don't know. With this one, I am excited at the fact that they're bringing in these AAA developers, but I don't know what they're going to do with them yet. Like, they showed us a Skyrim thing, which everyone loves Skyrim, and that's cool that you get to play it mobile. You get to play it on the go, but we've all played Skyrim. I mean, I haven't personally.
It'd be different if it like showed Halo 6.
Yeah, it's something new. And it's like
Something exclusive.
what is this console going to be? Is
Somehow
it going,
we have the Halo.
is it going to be a Steam box where you get old games for really cheap? You know, a lot of people at work were talking
I
about
assume
that, and they're
so.
like, "Oh, I would love to play like BioShock on this." I'm like, "Why?" What,
It's already on PS3.
I'd love to play an old
PS4,
game
PC.
on this.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, do you want this to be the Steam console where you just pick up everything for nothing and play it mobile because you can?" Like, I'm not.
Fancy $300 emulator.
Yeah, kind of. Like, I don't know, but I am excited for it though. I don't want all this negativity to make
No.
it seem like I don't think it's awesome looking. I just wonder. I don't really know what it's going to be yet. It seems. It could be so many things. I like the idea of the controls. I like the idea of it seamlessly going from your television to its own screen. I'd love to see what they're going to do with this, but I don't know. There's a lot of things that we don't necessarily know yet, and I don't know if going with the new AAA titles is, like Joe said, they did just fine on the Wii without it. And I
Yeah,
don't
but the
know.
Wii had a thing. The
Wii
Wii
was
had a thing
yeah,
going for it.
a massive
The
gimmick.
Wii U does not have a gimmick.
No, and this one does. This one
This one
definitely
does have
has
a gimmick,
the gimmick.
but its gimmick is still not as strong as the Wii.
No, it's
I
motion
like-
controls were fucking massive at that time. And that was just, it was sick. Do you guys remember people trying to get Wii's?
Yeah.
It took like months, man.
Yeah.
Months. I can get a PS3 any day back then. Like, no problem.
The Wii is still fun as well.
Yeah, it's still great. I played it yesterday. I mean,
Wii Sports.
yeah, Wii Sports
I don't
is
understand why they
5-star.
didn't just do the Wii too, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they called it the Wii U, but it's not the fucking Wii. Like, to throw that gigantic thing around
Yeah.
would be dumb.
Well, plus they kind of alluded to the Wii U being what this is. Like the gamepad thing seemed like a way to play it mobile, which you can play games from the pad, but you still had to
the
be
Wii U.
you had to be next to the Wii U. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
streaming to your hand 10 feet away. And it's like, what the... Plus the things like
you doing
Why
watching
spend all that
Netflix
money
on your
on that?
phone?
Why spend all that money on that screen?
yeah, that, and they also alluded to the fact that you'd be able to buy more of those little tablet things to have multiples, which would be awesome. But they didn't. They didn't release them later because it was like too expensive, I think. The tablet was probably 90% of the console's cost. The rest of it was the fucking 2006 graphics card they tossed in that thing and everything else.
I think they were like $250 each per screen.
yeah.
And
So
that's
like,
ridiculous.
so I don't know. I do think it looks cool. What do you think, Cameron?
I wasn't a huge fan of the Wii, but yeah, it's just like along the same vein. They had something going with the Wii. That was when motion control sensors and all that stuff, Xbox had Kinect. The PlayStation 3 had the little fucking
they copied
wands,
it, but
the
yeah.
Yeah,
orbs.
they copied the fuck out of Nintendo's thing.
But
yeah.
they started a movement.
And then the Wii had their motion controls, and everyone really wanted to have an awesome time with shooters and stuff with the motion controls, and then like an actual game where you could use it, not just for these, the Wii Sports games and some other games that made it. So like a Wii 2 with an upgraded motion sensor and a bigger, ability to play these bigger market games, that would have been fun. But the Wii U, they went away from that, and they, like you guys said, kept its same old, basically technology, and no one wanted it.
Yeah, I mean they did make it look better, but it's not AAA, and it's not. I don't know. It was bizarre.
But I think if they, I don't know what they're going to do with this new game, the Switch. Is it a console or is it a handheld? Because if it's a console, then they need to have better than 5-year-old games. If it's a handheld, if they can make all their handheld games be as fun as the 5-year-old games were, then I think they have something.
All right. What about you, Jake? What are your thoughts on the?
Well,
Switch.
I like the idea. I like the gimmick.
Okay.
I do not like the controllers that are on the sides. I believe they're too small.
All right.
And it showed that you could play it with the Wii U stick, the Pro controller. So that's a plus for it. But my two main concerns for it, one you mentioned was AAA development. A lot of the companies have gone on board saying they're going to develop it. We'll see more when it gets there, but more information to be released later.
Yeah.
More information to be released later. And they've already announced that a lot of new games that are coming out soon aren't going to be having Switch support.
Right, yeah, there's no fucking way.
Enix kept getting asked about, hey, is 15 going to be on the Switch? And they're like, no way.
Like, what do you want us to make a fucking PS2 version of this thing too? While we're at it? Come on.
And the other concern I have is if the entire console can be held in your hands the way it can, how much of a battery life is that thing going to have?
I was thinking about that too.
Because the DS is bad enough for battery life on its own.
And then having electronics in the airport, you're just notorious for just having dead electronics because there's just nowhere to fucking charge them.
Plus, you're not allowed to use them because it might take down the airplane.
Yeah, there is airplane mode. But if it's going to be a single-player console, it shouldn't matter. If it's not going to have its own Wi-Fi hotspot.
Yeah.
I agree it would be sick, and it would be expensive as fuck to do, but
insane.
it would be amazing. God, if I could do
Someday.
if I could play Battlefield 1 on the go, fuck yeah. Oh, God. And then, one of the things I saw was like the Wii U's, or no, the Switch thing. Someone's like, Nintendo Switch, play Skyrim while you poop. I was like, that's pretty funny, and that is kind of what it is. But what does that? I don't know how much that really brings for me. Like, am I going to go pick it up?
Pay $250 for a Skyrim mobile device.
Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Joe? What are your thoughts? Overall?
I hope it replaces both lines and it becomes like the hybrid. This is just the Nintendo console.
Yeah,
and it's both our mobile and it's our at-home console at the same time. I do hope, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work with multiplayer as far as land or, everybody in the same place kind of connection is concerned. Does everybody have to bring over their own console, or we can have multiple controllers that can go into it?
Oh, so like you just bring the sides?
Yeah, does everybody just bring their own their own square, like they were all setting up the thing? Or is it like a regular console, or can you do both?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on there. I think if I were Nintendo, I would get with a big developer and try to get a big system game going. And, I doubt they're going to really blow us away with graphic quality.
Yeah.
So I'm a little concerned about that. I think they might just be behind because they're always behind. They're like...
It's not their focus, really. They couldn't compete, I don't think, with PS4 and Xbox One as far as
they
graphics
can
go.
compete.
They don't want to, though. It's not really their style. And that's why it's bizarre that all of these people are getting in on the Nintendo Switch, because it's like, what are you guys going to make for them? Like, what?
Yeah, it's the cool new gimmick. I'm sure it'll sell a bunch.
Oh, I'm sure it will, yeah.
As long as they get indie developers like what PS4 is doing, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of content for the Switch.
Yeah, but indie is not, EA.
I should just get one
Why
just
is
so I
EA
can
with
boost
them?
my games beat count easy.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
If they have good emulators, you can play games from various different systems. That'd be fun.
No, I definitely like the idea of it replacing, it just becoming the Nintendo console, because then you don't run into, I have Smash on Wii U, and then I have Smash on my 3DS, and they're different. Now you just have Smash Bros. I have the new Smash Bros, and it's not which one? They're both the same. It's the one game to rule them all, and I think it's a cool idea. Now, I mean, they would need to keep 3DS support and stuff like that going, but as far as new in-house development, I could see it just being on this thing, and I could see that as being a way they would win with this. I don't know, though. I think it'd be interesting to hear what our listeners feel about this.
Yeah, tell us what you think about the new Nintendo system. Of course, you can tweet us or put it on the forums.
How much would you be willing to pay?
Yeah.
Do you like the idea of it being just the flagship console? This is Nintendo. Do you think that's even feasible? I mean, I don't know.
Is this an innovative idea, or is it just more or less the same?
All right, so we got some nominations for our next game. So The game after this is going to be Silent Hill, and then all 4 of us have a review for, hopefully, if we can play the game at all, we'll have a review for Wheel of Time.
Right.
And then after that, it's time to nominate the game after that.
So it's Cameron and Joe's choice.
Yes.
If you remember last time Joe and I were together, we played the original Fable.
That's not true.
Last time you and I played.
We played a different game.
What was it?
We've played another game.
Well, yeah, I was going to say there should be a third.
There was the 4-player game that we all played, but last time it was you and I together.
It wasn't Fable. That was like at the beginning of the show, man. I don't remember the last game that me and you played.
We'll have to
look at your lists. Look and see.
I'm okay. All right.
I'll look at that, and you guys do your announcement.
All right, so here are the games.
Cameron, what are your noms?
So I have nominated Armored Core for Answer and Mass Effect.
So why are you interested in playing Armored Core for Answer and or Mass Effect?
Mass Effect because I haven't played before and I want to, and Armored Core for Answer because it was a fun kind of mech playing game where you can customize your mech and stuff like that, and then go play against other people. Or is it against other people? I don't remember. I don't remember if I played online with it.
That's why we got to do a review.
But the single player, you could customize your mechs and go against single player.
Okay, all right. What was it, Caleb?
It was Fable. I think we must have switched over in the middle of that because there's no other
What?
game.
All right, give me that.
You guys only have Fable and Doom 2016 and Far Cry Primal in common.
That's bizarre.
Far Cry Primal was before you guys played Fable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we must have fucked up the order at some point before
Yeah.
we wrote it all down in a document.
See, that's how I remembered it. It was last game
I
we
was
played
thinking
together.
like there should be something that you guys played, but there's not.
Okay. Well,
Second time in history.
I have nominated Lego Hobbit because I want to play it. I love Lego games, and I have Lego Hobbit, and I would like an excuse to play it.
Okay.
And then, of course, Fable 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fable 2, the best game on the list. Yeah.
Well, you know, I think Mass Effect has a good fighting chance. My vote's going to be with Fable 2. Anyway, those are the nominees, guys. So if you go to nudeclan.net, don't go to the regular geekdomentertainment.com. There was a mix-up with that.
What do you mean?
We've been saying nudeclan.net this entire time. Go to nudeclan.net, look at this episode, and you'll find the quiz.
Oh, yeah,
or
yeah,
you'll
where to
find
vote,
the poll there.
Yeah, you just click on the episode within Nude Clan's site, and it'll be on the page.
Nudeclan.net.
Nude Clan.
Not in other places where the Nude Clan episode posts, but nudeclan.net.
Yeah.
So
make sure you get your vote in. I mean, it counts. There's a lot of people that wanted that Lord of the Rings game to win last time, and they didn't vote, so it didn't win.
Yep. That's what happens, guys.
Yeah.
You think that your vote doesn't mean anything, but it does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. No, I'm kidding. So Fable 2, Lego Hobbit, Armored Core for Answer, and Mass Effect. So be sure to vote on those things, guys. Do we want to get fat?
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, let's get fat.
Let's get fat. Jacob.
Yes.
Got any goals?
Got any goals for this year?
Not too many except for to take out Kaleb Craig for Hog Supreme.
Oh, okay.
So achieved.
So you're doing pretty well on that then.
Yeah.
All right, Cameron, how's everything going with you?
I'm fat.
You're fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your pant size is one size bigger than mine.
But Joe, I have never.
I have succeeded.
He's in doubt somewhere.
My top weight is still nowhere near your top weight.
What was your top weight?
My top weight ever is 260.
Okay. All right.
The flame has
That's
been
pretty
doused.
much where I was sitting, though. I was
Right.
sitting in the 260s.
And I have not yet been 260 again, so I'm still below
Okay.
that. So
All right. Well, that's good.
Wasn't that pre-mission?
260, that was pre-mission, yeah. That was as I was leaving.
Wow.
Yeah.
260 and a Jufro.
And I left, and then when I got back, I was 190 when I got
Yeah,
back.
you were a freak when you got back. It's disgusting.
If you want to remember what I looked like, just watch our Brokeback Bakery.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna have to carry you out. It's like,
And then someone fucking
you can walk.
put my luggage down behind me, and so I took a step back after hugging someone and almost fucking ate it there. So
yeah, he almost like bled out. Just Twitching. And
Yeah. I don't want to go back to 190. I want to go back to 200 because I think that is the weight I need to be.
All right.
Okay. That's good. How's everything else going?
So along with that, I have not been to the gym this month.
You haven't not been
I
to the
have
gym?
not been to the gym this month.
I went to the gym every hour of every day.
Yeah. Even now, I'm at the gym.
So I need to get back up on that. Books, I'm doing really well because that's something I can do sitting there and not, just
And not going to the gym. Yeah.
driving to and from work. So I'm doing well.
You would
on
put
that.
on a book on.
I could,
tape
yeah,
and go to the
I
gym.
would. I would do that.
Or you could
I would be at the
read.
gym listening to a book, but I have to make time for the gym, but I don't have to make time for the book.
You could just read a book at the gym too. Like you don't have to.
I can't. I
I
don't know
don't
how
think I
you
could
can
do
do
that.
that.
On a bike,
Caleb
really?
will go on a bike or on a treadmill, and he'll just read it.
If the book is good enough,
I can't
I
do
could
that. Like I feel sick.
No, you're not even moving, and your motion sickness is coming into play. My body's moving.
I'm getting more and more sensitive on the motion sickness end of things. Like,
Wow.
yeah, it's bad.
Wow.
Yeah,
That sucks.
So
Yeah, I love
we know
that.
what we need to do to him then to get it to prank him real bad.
that's not a
Just
prank.
like pretend we're
That's just
moving
torture.
around and then he just gets sick.
Just put him in a trunk and just drive while
Oh.
doing intense turns.
Yeah, kidnap him. It's funny.
Yeah, that'll be great. It's a good joke.
We're not
Cops will
gonna go.
love it.
We're not gonna go anywhere. Just go to like some weird
We're not
parking
gonna
lot
go
and do
anywhere.
donuts.
Just put you right in the sun and a hot day.
Yeah.
And
You
in a
can
car.
escape a trunk.
Where
It's
the
not
fuck's Joe?
impossible.
Oh my god.
It depends on the trunk.
Unless we tie you.
Yeah, some trunks don't have the emergency exit.
No,
thing.
but if you fucking like kind of put yourself around and put your feet up against the seats, you can kick the seats out. It's not that
It
hard.
still depends on the trunk. Yeah.
we're gonna have to go find an old car and
Or
see if we can
fucking
do this.
kick the
Nude Busters.
the light out in the back. where we
I'd like to
break
see
myths in the nude.
Jamie. Yes. I wonder if Jamie Heineman, if like, are his pubes just like covering everything, like his
Yeah, like his
like his
stash.
walrus mustache
Yeah.
covers the bottom of his face.
Hopefully.
It's just straight
Only
down.
the tip of his
Oh.
cock pokes out. It's just walrus otherwise.
Oh boy,
That's amazing.
are you gonna make any changes? You gonna go to the gym?
Yeah,
Cameron?
I'm gonna make changes. These are
Sure.
things I need to do. Yeah.
All right. Schweiss.
School's been going all right. Doing pretty well. Financially, I'm doing horrid. I've been like blowing money like crazy this month. Too lazy to go buy more hot dogs, and I'm really fucking tired of them.
Yeah, I know that because you shouldn't have been buying hot dogs like crazy this
you know
whole
what
time.
the sad part is? Like I've been eating a bunch of salads and stuff, which might be a little too carby. I don't know.
It's not, but it's.
What do you put on the salad?
It depends. Yeah.
Usually, I just get white cheeses, a little bit of some ranch, and then
Oh, the
chicken.
ranch will do it.
Well, it
Ranch
depends
isn't
on
too bad. Ranch
it's-
is pretty low.
It.
But I think I might be skirting that line. But anyway, I went off the diet. I just went crazy. The day we played Battlefield, I ate almost an entire box of Reese's Puffs. It was okay. Reese's okay. No, with this diet, the
on.
two things that I love that I've come off the diet for and not regretted: Reese's Puffs and Tommy Burger. Those two things are just as good as they've ever been. Okay, gummies, soda, Tommy's. Oh yeah, fucking worth
I was
every
gonna ask
second, dude.
after the end of the episode, do you guys want to go to Tom's?
I had a Hawaiian pizza
Yeah,
because I was sick with the stomach flu, and I started eating crackers because
yeah, it helps.
they're
with your
easy
stomach,
on
yeah.
you, and meat's not easy on the stomach. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
meat and cheese. So I stayed away from the meat and cheese, and I started eating carbs. And then, I had just one morning where I decided, I got to finish this up. And then it became, well, I already ate carbs for the day, so I might as well.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already ate carbs The
today.
day's
Time to
already
eat a
fucked.
pizza.
Yeah, that's how it is. It is. It's
And
what I
then,
did.
God, Hawaiian pizza, man.
Still good.
God damn, yeah.
I think one of my favorite pizzas from Domino's has to be the Philly cheesesteak, though.
From Domino's, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Philly cheesesteak from Domino's. But if you're talking about favorite pizza altogether, there's this place in Salt Lake City that has the best pizza, hands down.
What's it called?
The Pie Underground.
I think. Do they deliver?
Yeah.
Did they have massive pizzas?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I had it. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
The night I watched Contact, I was really drunk.
It's a fucking
and
amazing.
I can still taste the pizza, which is like crazy. I shouldn't be able to after all
I gotta
that
get
beer.
this pizza.
Yeah,
No,
it's great.
guys, seriously, I owe him a dinner, and if you guys find yourselves in Salt Lake City, I will buy us a big fucking pizza.
Yeah, I had pizza too. Like my work keeps doing this. We had like high ups from the main company come in, and they catered and did like meals and stuff for us. So I had oh man, just all sorts of shit like peanut butter bars, fucking brick oven pizza.
Are you gonna go back on the diet? I mean,
Yeah, I've gone back.
Okay.
Yesterday, I did go on it, but my salad had croutons, and I think I was close to like 12-ish carbs. And to get back into ketosis, I think the 20 is like what you should
need
really
the 20?
go. I don't know.
I need 50. I think that's I've found my line. It's 50.
Really, I don't know what my line is because
Okay.
I burned through my piss strips so early. I don't have any more. I don't want to buy them.
Oh, yeah.
I can usually tell. Like I'm like, okay, I think I'm probably in ketosis. You taking off, Cameron?
No, the fucking chair and table are annoying me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can tell when you're just like fucking going in withdrawals and stuff.
Yeah, when
yeah.
you start
Here it
feeling
is.
really foggy. But it doesn't happen anymore. Like, I feel fine when I go on Atkins now. So it's a weird transition. It used to be, the first time I got on it was like weeks of just, oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. And
Torture.
now it's like, whatever. I don't miss that fucking garbage food that doesn't taste like it used to.
As
So
long as you have the food, it's an easy diet.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been.
Yeah, so
If you have the food, it's easy.
I went off on that. I also bought the collector's edition of World of Final Fantasy, so I spent like $130 on that. I've been blowing money like fucking
What do you
no
get
other.
from that collection?
The soundtrack, some little chibi figures, a art book,
And you fucking blew $80 on
Battlefield. Yeah, I've been blowing money like nuts, man. And then I also helped with our short film. I mean, I've just been like chucking the money out this month. I don't have anything.
And then what I was going to say about Battlefield 1, I was going to say something like Battlefield 1, a far cry from World War 1.
Yeah.
Because in the single player, there's like some elements that reminded me of Far Cry, which is why I wanted to play that in there.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
But then, and then all these fucking automatic weapons. It doesn't feel like World War 1. It feels like it feels like World at War 2.
They have automatic weapons?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, they've just littered automatic weapons. I mean, they look like what they looked like in World War One, but in World War One, they were not as pervasive as this game is making you think they are.
Well,
You had one job to do.
You don't want to make it completely accurate and everybody just miss all day.
I know they don't want to make it completely accurate. They want to make a fun game, but by doing so, it feels like a World War II game where there's just hardly any tanks.
They get the little pointy hats
planes are
from
really
the German soldiers.
Yeah, there's pointy hats. And then you can so like one of these levels I was doing, it was like I was being all sneaky through the mist and stuff, right? So we can clear out some guns for the tank to come through. I'm sitting there, I'm spotting people through the mist, and as soon as they're spotted, they're outlined on my map forever, right? And then there's also this little feature where I can like throw an empty casing and have it like dink over there, and it makes it alert, and they go over there, look at the thing I just threw. And then there's this alertness level where if someone sees me for a long enough time, then they're like, oh, look, he's over there. But I'm sneaking, I'm killing people all sneaky. Like, it feels like fucking Far Cry without all the takedowns.
Yeah, and you kill them with a shovel too, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
You're just fucking
You're a shit
chopping
shovel.
them with the shovel.
Yeah, or in the neck.
But it does not feel like a little bit of Far Cry, some certain levels.
Yeah, a little bit. I'd say it's similar. I don't know. I think the campaign so far has been fun.
It's
And,
fun. I'm not saying it's not fun. It just feels like Far Cry meets World at War
Yeah.
in a Battlefield game.
Yeah, the bullet drop is way less than in 4. I think,
Well, if you
too.
think about it, a lot of these rifles that they're using are a little bit more powerful than the rifles and stuff we have today. So that's why in the closer distances, the bullet drop doesn't make as much effect.
Well, as far as like, yeah, I guess so.
And that's why they've done it that way. Whereas in
Not as efficient, obviously.
modern rifles, because modern rifles, the reason why they're the way they are is that they're trying to have enough power to kill someone while keeping recoil down so you can get more rounds on target.
Yeah.
Back in the day, most of them are just high fucking powered rifles that you would use for hunting and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's
and then
50
they
cals just left and right.
Yeah, and so it's just like just sending these huge fucking rounds downrange, and then so bullet drop affects all bullets the same way. It's just when you're shooting a bullet that moves several times faster than any other bullets, the bullet drop doesn't have time to take effect before it's to hit the target. So it's covering the distance much quicker.
I can't confirm or deny any of this information.
Well, that doesn't
that's what it
really.
All right.
I don't know if that really works because the bullet drop is the bullet drop.
Bullets fall at the same rate no matter what.
No matter how fast they're going forward. It
Right,
doesn't make an
but
effect.
if you take so let's say if you drop a bullet, it takes a couple seconds to hit the ground. So if you look at it that way, the bullets are going to hit the ground at the same time, but the distance traveled by the bullet's different depending on how powerful it is. So in that 1 second, the bullet has dropped this far, but it's already
How
passed
far is
through.
this far?
So it doesn't matter. Any distance, and I'm not going to say an actual distance, but if the bullet is traveling much faster than this other bullet,
That's true, yeah.
then the bullet drop doesn't mean as much because it's making it to the target faster than this other bullet.
Because what happens is they did this on Mythbusters. You can drop a bullet and shoot a bullet, and they'll hit the ground at the same time.
Right.
The speed that the bullet's coming out of the gun
It's
means
just that
nothing to grab.
but if the bullet's is a mile away by the time it hits the ground in that
It's
5 seconds.
yeah.
That's
is it
what
a mile
is.
away? Is it half a mile away? That makes a huge difference. So I guess the bullet drop would be.
And if you're shooting
changed,
someone
I don't know.
300 yards away with different powered rifles, the bullet drop is going to be a difference depending on how powerful a rifle is.
It
Because
seems like it makes sense, yeah.
makes the bullets traveling faster to the target.
Because either way, it's going to land in 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Or whatever the time frame is for.
From the height from where it's shot to the ground, yes. And then the angle of the gun, too, will affect it with the arc. But yes.
So it's a good game.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And,
I'm excited to play it.
It's a fun game, yeah.
I want to kill Craig, but he hasn't been on.
I want to kill him too,
He's been on my team
just for
different reasons.
I
So
just figured it's his turn to get shit on this week. So,
yeah, it is. So
Nothing personal in a way.
let's see what else. I still haven't finished that second book of Game of Thrones. I'm getting pretty close, but I don't know. I've been like doing other shit,
Yeah.
planning episodes that don't happen at work or other random events. Actually having to work too, it's been uncomfortable for me. So I need to adjust to that. And yeah, can only do so much when you have the department head chilling right next to you. I did explore Twitter and he didn't care, but other than that. So everything's been going great except for I don't have any money and I'm buying way too much stuff. I did when I got off the diet though. You're totally right about the astronomical gains.
Oh, well, you want to tell him what I said then?
What did you say?
You said you were off the diet, and I said to be careful.
Oh yeah, I wasn't careful. It was very quick. It's like went from I think like 174 to 182. Just like it was like I put on a jetpack and just fucking went.
Dude, no, nothing goes faster because I don't know. There's something about sugary foods or foods with carbs in it that like
Water weight.
Yeah, it's water weight. It's like the insulin like spike that you get. You just keep everything. So when you'd lose weight fast on Atkins, but as soon as you go off it, it's so fast going back up.
And I'm talking like 8 pounds in 2 days. And it hasn't gone up since then because I've kind of chilled on when I am not on the diet. I'm like, okay, I probably shouldn't have 4 Fat Boy ice cream sandwiches. I'll have 2 today. So I cut that in half. I mean, that's great, right? And but still, though, it's like it's still going to take me like a week to lose that back again. It took me a fucking 2 days to gain it. So don't go off of it if any of you out there want to do this. Just fucking stick to it until you get to where you want to go.
Get to the weight you want to be, and then just ease yourself off of it.
Ease
if you
your
eat
way
like
off.
a fat ass, you're going to be a fat ass again. It's just what's going to happen.
It's true. It's true.
Eat healthy after you're off the diet. Yeah.
Yeah. I ate a shitload of tacos this morning because
Oh man, I
got Mountain Dew waiting for me in the fridge.
I demolished a Philly cheesesteak pizza yesterday from Domino's. That's why I was talking
Jake,
about
you're
it.
the only one sticking to this fucking thing?
Tomorrow, I'm
3
back
months
on the
straight.
diet.
Oh, I got to bitch about one more thing. Bar-ass hot dogs, okay?
Oh.
Before I did this diet, I was under the impression that most dogs, other than bratwursts, were kind of the same tasting. You know, it's just a hot dog. It's like a low-quality leftover meat, right? But the other day, we were doing FF11, and I wanted to go get some grub. But I didn't want to go to Sam's Club and buy a bunch of hot dogs because that was going to take too long. I wanted to finish this add-on, so I went and grabbed some bar-ass. Throw them in the microwave, pull them out. They look nice and juicy. They're fluffy. They look like they're going to be really good. They taste like shit, man. Bar-ass hot dogs are fucking disgusting. I don't know what meat it is. It doesn't have a taste to me. It just is, and it's not like when you're eating calamari and it's no taste. It's like a taste, but I don't know what taste. And they're so fucking gross. I don't know what it is. It's just an orgy of meat, and no one flavor dominates. It's all just like a sub flavor of each different meat they stick in there.
That's the intestines you're tasting.
I don't know. It's disgusting, dude. I can't. I don't think I could finish them. I honestly don't think I could bring myself to eat them now that I know what they taste like.
The best hot dogs I had were that 100% grass-fed beef dogs that are like $5 for 8 of them.
I think the Hebrew dogs.
I think I know what you're talking about, Twice.
The Jew dogs that you buy. No, those are really good though. Those things are like, oh man, they're like kielbasa almost. They're quality.
They're good.
You know,
They're expensive as fuck though. But so don't buy bar-ass. don't fall into the 99-cent trap.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah.
They're horrid. Like I used to eat them too. I used to just eat them like it was nothing.
Yeah.
What the fuck was wrong with me? You'd think now with all the alcohol, my taste buds would be okay with things like that. They'd be deadened, but no. I was there. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So I'm not going to go off on anything too much this week. Did see a couple movies. I watched Deepwater Horizon. That was great.
That was a good movie.
And what else did I see?
Have you seen The Accountant yet?
No.
It's a good movie. You should see it.
Oh, fuck. All right. I got one thing to ask you, Cameron. Okay. So my sister thinks I have ADD. I watched a video on YouTube that convinced me that I had ADD.
Yeah. Do you want
Do you
my
think
opinion?
I have ADD because you have ADD?
I roll for those people who can't hear my eyes rolling in my head. But
We heard it. It was like
Or am I being a psycho thinking that I have a disease that I probably don't have, which has happened before with
okay,
me?
let's think about it. What
because
is
I am-
ADD? I mean, it's hard to focus on something you're not interested on. So, and you just find yourself easily distracted by outside influence. Do you find yourself distracted easily off of something you're trying to focus on, or just being impatient with stuff?
Yes.
I would say yes for Joe. And one of the big things that I saw during that video that I see him do a lot, and it's something that you just have to get used to. There's like this hill you have to get over with Joe. And it's sometimes you'll be talking about something to him, and then he will be looking, but not looking at you. Be like looking through you, and then he'll just start talking about something else.
Yeah,
I think that might be...
That might just be his asshole in nature.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But then I realized one day that that's just how it was. Like, I don't necessarily think he's being a dick. I just think that
he's distracted by his inner. So he's being distracted listening to his own inner monologue as you're talking, and then he makes a comment, but on his inner monologue and not what you guys were discussing.
Yeah, and I think that happens a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So that was one of the things the guy.
I mean,
said
Joe, you
happens,
could go to your doctor and say, "I think I may have adults ADD," and he could prescribe you some legal meth that you can then take and see how that goes for you.
See if I go crazy or if
I went back to the doctor because I was like, okay, I really need to focus on school and I just need that extra boost.
I need the good stuff.
So I'm like, hey, doctor. Like I think I still might have some of my ADD symptoms, and so he gave me some of my what was it called? I can't remember what it was. Basically, it's a legal version of meth, just slightly different than actual meth.
It only ruins half of your teeth.
And then no, it's not that. It's not going to do that stuff like that. But it reacts in your brain almost the same way. Yeah. But that first week, it was like fucking like caffeine times 10. I almost felt more distracted because I was amazed by how like awake and focused I am. But then by the next week, I was like, the effects were wearing off, and so I felt like I needed a higher prescription to keep it going. I'm like, I don't want to do that. The fucking stuff tastes like candy too. It tastes like candy. And I'm like, okay, well, that was awesome for like a week, but now it's kind of kind of going down. I'm like, I don't want to increase my prescription on the stuff. And I don't really need it. I can focus on what I need to focus on. Okay. But just go try it. You never know.
I have to wait till I get a job so I can pay for the bill.
Well, you don't have your Obamacare anymore?
No, I have Obamacare, but
it'll pay for it. It'll be a copay for your stuff.
I still have to pay a certain amount.
No, if you go, hey mom, I need to pick up a prescription. Can you like give me $20? I'm sure she'd be okay. With
I actually have to visit with the doctor, and that'll cost money.
Yeah, that'll cost a lot.
A copay.
I have garbage.
It's not that much. Like I think I have a max of $800 or $500 or something. It's like it's really low. But
I guess it's nice to have a real job with real health insurance. You don't have to worry about doctor's visits.
I fucking do.
There's still a bill.
Mine's ass,
dude. All I had to do was pay $20 on my prescription, and
I get some things free, but I don't know if a psychiatrist
my whole fucking no. You don't need to see a fucking psychiatrist. Just your family doctor.
I don't have a family doctor.
Well, then go find an adult doctor.
I got
for you.
insurance to get insurance to not get fined, and so I can go to the ER and not pay $20,000.
Well, look at your insurance, call someone about it, say, hey, can I go have a general checkup? I just want to have some general health issues I want to look at, and see how much your insurance covers for it, just so you can find out. Because a lot of insurance will cover visits to the doctor.
But any is too much for me right now. Of course, it did take like 2 months for that
parents,
job
like,
bill
if it's your health, then it's okay to ask your family for a little bit of help for that.
And I'm not even sure if it's like so worth, because I've been just fine without.
Yeah.
Any,
but then everyone else around is
any
like,
therapy
really
or medication. Well, the thing is, my sister has had we thought she had depression issues her whole life, and it turned out it was like misdiagnosed female ADHD. And so once she got treated for that, she's fine. That was the secret to everything. They were misdiagnosing it as anxiety and all these other things, but really it was ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's how it shows up. And I usually about 2 or 3 times a year, I go into depression swings. And I figured it might be ADHD. It might be something else. I don't know. I should have been looking into this stuff my entire life.
Depressed or not, those amphetamines will really give you a boost.
Is the meth candy the color blue?
No. Oh, man.
So, I feel like maybe it's worth it. I'm not depressed right now, so I also don't feel
I lived with you during one of those little swings.
Oh, how was that?
It was Joe in his room all day long, not interacting with anyone.
That sounds awesome.
and then it was Joe with piles of Mountain Dew cans next to the couch while he's just watching shows. And
That's
then eating fucking mac and a whole fucking box of mac and cheese out of the pot, and then leaving the pot next to his little mountain of cans.
All right, Cameron.
Yeah.
Fuck you. All right, real quick. Your goddamn cat. Yeah, at least it's Mountain Dew cans.
Yeah.
In a small pile.
Yeah.
In a small surface area.
I tell you, it's
not spread throughout the room. It's one little section that I had as my little spot. And if there were a trash can underneath that table, it would just be in the trash can underneath, which I should have thought
I should have had like a little trash can there. Yeah.
I don't know why. That's like the first time I ever thought about putting a trash can next to that side of the couch. Either way, it's not the apocalypse of Kaleb Craig.
No.
Or
I mean, as far as the roommate habits go, yeah, it's not that bad. I was just giving you a hard time.
And it's not intermixed with sand and cat shit like another one of my roommates.
I didn't want the fucking cat shit in my room, so I moved the fucking litter box to the bathroom, and for some fucking reason the cat feels the need to flick his little fucking paws, and sand just goes flying all over the place.
And then he'll jump into my bed and sleep with me with his little dirty paws, and I'll I don't know, like a week
I
after
got
I clean my
something.
bedding, I'll look and I'll be like, these little poop granules of. I was like, God damn it. God damn it.
Oh man, I got a mat though that has brought that down exponentially. It's just this little mat made of little rubber strands and stuff that kind of looks like the soft side of a Velcro strap, and that like.
And
it's
then you have him
awesome.
go through a maze.
Yeah. That cleans him off. It's got brushes.
I
and,
still
like,
have to fucking sweep the bathroom every day. There's no getting
You
around
didn't
that.
sweep the bathroom every day when we lived together.
I do now.
I
for
wanted
sure.
you to. That was the deal. And you would keep it swept and you wouldn't fucking do it.
No. What would
I
happen?
know,
is in
because
the
I have
morning-
record of me complaining about this.
This is how
thoroughly.
this is what happened. I swept the bathroom practically every goddamn day. What would happen is I would wake up in the morning to get ready to go to work. I would sweep the bathroom, and then in the time for me leaving to go to work, the cat would fucking use the litter box, do a little fucking flick thing everywhere, and all the sand would be right back. That's how it happens.
I love your cat, but goddamn, I hate that fucking thing.
I hate litter
I
boxes.
hate him and I love him.
I wish I could fucking potty train them to use the toilet like some cats can.
You mean like cats in the movies? Not real cats. Oh, no, I've heard of people doing like they put the sand in
Yeah,
the
they'll
toilet.
put the litter box in the toilet, and the cat will use the litter box on the toilet, and then
Just fucking do it.
I don't know how he'll take it because I don't know how he'll. I don't know.
Try it. That sounds well. See, first off, see if it's real,
Yeah,
and then try it.
I don't know if he'll feel the need to jump up into the toilet to poop, and then all of a sudden no sand there, but I'm still gonna drop a Duke in the toilet.
Just try it.
They have the need to bury it, so I don't know.
remove that need.
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, make sure you go check out the games and vote, please, on nudeclan.net, not geekdomentertainment.com, nudeclan.net. You can tweet me at Joseph Vigolier.
You could tweet me at The Wandering Flame.
Me at Nude Clan Cam.
Me at UFF Podcast.
You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/nudeclan podcast. That's nude on Facebook, spelled NEWD. You can also check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/nudeclangaming, nude spelled the regular way. If you could please leave a review on iTunes or wherever and tell us where you left it, we would that would be greatly appreciated. And you'll be the next up to you'll be nominated to win our next movie,
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. Ooh,
Yeah.
Mortal
Classic.
Kombat.
Getting into the good stuff.
Oh boy, God! If that movie is as shitty as I remember,
It's
I
the
don't
best
know,
of the
man.
video game movies.
Can it be better
No.
than Street Fighter?
Who knows?
I hope so.
It's better.
What do you think, Jake?
It sold more.
It's better
than
than
any
Street
other
Fighter,
movie.
but
Yeah.
unlike Cameron, it is not the best video game
I
adaptation.
do not remember watching this
What's
game.
the best
I'm
live
looking
action
at
one?
the numbers. I'm saying it is the best because it did the best.
Off of what, like IMDb and Rotten
Off
Tomatoes?
of like how much it sold.
Box office?
Yeah, look at pull up the
Doesn't that
numbers
make
again.
Prince of Persia?
Yeah,
Persia's
Prince
the
of
best one.
Persia.
Okay, so of the era that we're in, it did the best.
Okay. All right. Maybe.
What do you think the best one is, Jake?
It'd be a tough one, but I'd say Silent Hill still.
Really?
Yeah. It stays closest to its source material. Now, I'm saying this as a fan of the games. Like, I look for more in the movies as fan service, more or less, than looking at them as an actual movie.
Well, we look at
So,
it as actual
I know.
movies,
I
I
know.
think.
Yeah, I
So, in that respect,
played Mario Bros.
Yeah, but
oh wow!
I've
a lot of
also
plot
played
there.
Double Dragon. I played a little bit of Street Fighter 2, and I hated it. So I don't know.
But as far as adaptation goes, I go off that
all right,
for my
that's fair.
judgment.
All right.
That should be put into consideration when making them. But it usually isn't, so I don't know.
Well, even then, like, what if they made a masterpiece movie and it just had nothing to do with its source material?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be
Just
fine.
like,
I would be much happier with that than something that gave me good source material.
That's true.
Adaptation.
I like The Shining more than I like the Silent Hill movie. And it's not
Yeah.
that close to the source material. They take a lot of stuff for their own in The Shining. But
Yeah, there's a hotel.
Yeah. It's
Anyway, Yeah, nudeclan.net, everybody. Go to our forums and check us out there. I think that's going to be it for this week. See you guys next week.
May the list go on.
Live always in the nude.
You got something, Jake?
Yeah, I was looking
Keep
at
it
you, Jake.
super and keep it sexy in the nude.
Okay. And fuck off.
Yeah!